Good morning. I've got my new Half Hexis. Yo, baby. So, they're very, very cute. Here's what I made with my 7/8 inch. Of course, you know, I like to have things that are reversible. So if you make a mess on one thing, you can switch it out. So this is my 7/8 inch, and that's what I'm demoing today. But I have two sizes. I have my 7/8 and my 1.5 inch. And then I have a pusher that fits both sizes. Okay? Awesome, huh? So, what you want to do, just like you always do, is you take two pieces of fabric right sides together. If you want two colors, it's automatically two colors just because you fold it in half. This one I just did one color because I'm just doing quilt as you go kind of thing. As always, I put the directions on top of the ruler. I'm getting smarter. Well, we hope. And I even put how wide to make the fabric. So, as we get more mature, or we do this longer, we get smarter. So, what you want to do is just trace around the ruler and mark your end points. Mark your centers. Please mark everything that is on this ruler because I have a reason for everything on the ruler. And once again, as I go along, I like to put a pin like every fourth hump. I'm just doing a small little thing. As you're watching this, please comment so you can win a free 7/8 inch and a pusher. I'm giving this away today. So please comment because I want you guys to win one of these. So every fourth hump, put a pin. I roll it up so the fabric doesn't shift because let's say you're doing a whole quilt, you have 200-300 inches. I'm just doing a sample here. Okay. Once you're done marking everything, when you go to the sewing machine, all you're going to see is your guide, your end points, your center cut, your end points, and your guide. Make sure it's clearly marked so you don't have to take it off the sewing machine and remark it. Then you drop your stitch length to a 2. Use your 1/4 inch foot. This is my 1/4 inch foot guide. There's my sew line. The thing is, when you're doing these little guys, there's no deep V right here. You can just keep sewing. But once you get to your end point, just like when you garment sew, remember Grandma's going to slap you if you don't. You come down, stop, pivot, do 1 stitch across, 1 stitch across. Anytime you have a deep V, you need 1 stitch across to have space to turn or it's gathering icky. And you'll know which ones you don't. Okay? Once you've sewn, and then you want to make sure that you enclose the ends so there are no raw edges because you're going to start in a corner and end in a corner, especially on both ends if you're doing a binding. Or you're doing a tea towel or whatever you may be doing. I just like to make it simple. I like to do everything simple, but I want it to look amazing. Then, just like all the others, you want to cut it 1/8 of an inch from your sew line like you do when you applique, because you want to get rid of all that extra fabric you do not need. And you're down to a 2, your stitch length, so you don't have to worry about getting too close. Then this is why I have these cut lines. I couldn't put them all the way through or my rulers would break. Make sure you guys comment so that you can win a free ruler again. So you know exactly where to cut. You cut through one layer all the way through. Then you put your right sides out. Then I have this little tool, these little spray starch, called the pusher. This is so you don't end up in a rubber room with a rubber toilet and chair from doing this or this. And of course it perfectly fits. Once again, don't have to be dainty with it. Push the seam allowance all the way out, and then you can iron on it because it's made out of heat-resistant Macrolon. And you can iron on it, and there you have a perfect half hexi. And of course I have one that fits the 1.5 inch also. And then you fold it in half, and then you automatically have 2 colors. Okay? And just pretend this is a block or a quilt or whatever. Then you want to start in a corner, end in a corner, and this is going to be my binding. And it's on both sides, just like my other ones. And isn't it the cutest thing you ever saw? Then you take your walking foot, do any decorative or straight stitch you'd like going down. The other 3 corners, all you have to do is miter it. And it does not matter where you end up. It is just as cute as a button. And then, see how cute that is? Then all you want to do is start in a corner, end in a corner, and if it's too long, all you have to do is bring your right sides out just like you do when you started. Okay, so that's how you started. So all you have to do is put this here, and you would sew it, cut it, turn it right sides out. It'll look just like this all over again, because all it is vertically sewn. Okay? Then if you don't like the way this one looks, all you have to do is put this one here and this one on top, and then you just sew any decorative or straight stitch you would like going down all the way around the whole quilt or whatever you are doing. You can make tea towels, you can make anything you would like, and if you're using the larger one on a larger quilt, it is just as cute as a button. So cute. Once again, make sure you put a comment in so you can win this one with a pusher. And next week I'm going to do a pillow and rose using my 1.5 inch. It's going to be so cute. And if there's any questions, let me know while I'm here, because I'm going to pick a winner in just a second. As soon as I'm just wait for a few more comments. But it's just the cutest thing. When I do bindings, I usually do use the same color because you're not going to see both colors. You can also do a binding like this, which is really cute. If you want to do 2 colors, you can go like this and put a binding around it. Or what you could do is just do half of it and do a binding around it also. It is the cutest thing. Okay, let me pick who won. And the winner is of the 3/4 inch, Vicki Simmons Parsons. So please send Lindsay your address, and congratulations, you won a Half Hexi 3/4 inch. And we will see you next week, and I will do a pillow.